Let's take a quick look at the accounting system. There's a full accounting system built inside of Hydroscribe. Now you won't necessarily notice it because we handle all the accounting functions in the background for you. For example, when a customer makes a payment, the cash account is debited and other accounts such as customer deposits, income, and accounts receivable are posted to depending on whether you're set up on a cash basis or on an accrual basis. Now let's start by looking at our chart of accounts. So I'm going to click on financials and then I'm going to click on chart of accounts. And as you can see, it brings up a list of all my accounts. These are my default accounts. And as you can see under the account type, there are actually 6 different types. We have income, expense, asset, fixed asset, liability, and equity accounts. And you can click through there and see the different ones. Okay, let me click on an account. Here, scroll down a bit. Now you notice that if I roll over the account number or the account name, you can't actually change them. That's because this account is actually a default account and the system will automatically post to that account when it needs to. So for the default accounts, you should only be entering a QuickBooks name if you have an equivalent account set up in QuickBooks, and a starting balance and the date of that balance. Those are the only things that you should be changing for the default account. Now, you can also add your own accounts to the chart of accounts, and when you do, then you'll be able to change other things such as specify the account type and whether that account that you're setting up is a sub-account of some other account. Okay, now let's go back, and this time what I want to do is to add the starting balance to actually 2 accounts. So I'm going to start off with the cash account, which I know is 1001, so I'm going to click on it. Now, this being double entry accounting, when you enter a transaction to one account, you also have to enter a transaction for an offsetting account. So I'm going to add a $10,000 starting balance to my cash account, but I'm also going to add a $10,000 transaction to my equity account, which is the offsetting account. Okay, so I simply go to my starting balance and I'm going to put in $10,000 as my starting balance. I'm going to start this balance actually on April 1st. And the reason for that is whenever you're putting in balances, you should not have any transactions that are going to be posted to this account that precedes the date of the balance, because everything you want to use that balance. So the transaction dates should never precede the date of the balance or it will not work. Okay, so I've added my account balance and I've added my date of April 1st. So now I simply click the submit button and there I get my success message. We're going to go back to the chart of accounts and now I'm going to add the same thing to my equity account, which is my 3,000 account. And here it is. And I'm going to add 10,000. And I'm going to also choose April 1st for this starting balance. And then I click the submit button and there. Now I have entered both starting balances. So I'm going to go back to my menu. Now, I want to look at the details to verify what's in the account. So under financials, I'm going to click show, COA means chart of accounts, details and balances. So I click on that and it brings up this screen. First thing I'm going to do is to select the account that I want to look at. I want to look at my cash account, which again is 1001. So I pull it up and I want to see it for this year. And I want to show the details. Now, if I only wanted to see the balance, I could choose show balance only. And I can do that for the parent account and for the sub accounts if I want to just show the balance. But I want to again show the details. So I'm just going to leave that as is. Also, for the period to show, I want to show all transactions for this go around. But if I only wanted to choose a particular date range, I can choose show for date range below, and when I do, it will give me two input boxes in which I can put the starting and ending date. Again, right now I just want to show all transactions. So now that I've made my selections, I'm going to click the submit button, and there it brings up my transaction. So as you can see, there is my starting balance, April 1st, and there's the $10,000 that I initialized the account with. Okay, so that's how you enter the starting balance. That's how you see your chart of accounts, and that's how you can look at the details for any particular account. Now, just going back real quickly, let's go back to that chart of accounts, because I told you that you can add your own. To add your own account to the chart of accounts, from here, when you go into the chart of accounts, there's an add button. And of course, you simply click the add button, and now you can put in the account number, the account name. Now you get to choose the particular account type, and you can enter the balance at this time. And then you can also make this account a sub-account of another account simply by selecting the particular account. Okay? And then all you have to do is click the submit button, and it will save your account. So you can add your own expense accounts, for example. If you have specific things that you want to record in those accounts, you can go ahead and set up this account, and then you can post bills to that expense account. Okay, that's how you take a look at the chart of accounts and add starting balances, and how to add your own accounts.